favorite tonight.
In order to win that world title, you got to go through the defending champion, Shericka Jackson of Jamaica.
There's never been a sweep in this event at the World Championships, and I think the presence of Shericka Jackson, along with a good lane draw in 7, may prevent the United States from sweeping as we look at the 2019 world champion, Dina Asher-Smith.
Now 29 years of age, competing in her 7th outdoor world championship, making yet another world final.
A Navia Battle of the United States will be just behind her in 8th. Great lane draw for her. She's gonna have to set a personal best to be on the podium. Her personal best stands at 21.9. She's gonna have to go a little faster, but I think she's a definite medal threat.
And trying to put herself in the same conversation as Allyson Felix of the United States, winning 3 consecutive World 200-meter titles. Shericka Jackson is in 7th.
She has run more top 10 times in this event than anybody else in the history of the world. Here's the big favorite. Lots of history on the line here. The U.S. hasn't won a world title in this event since Allyson Felix did it way back in 2009. And there are her parents, Melvin and Joanna Jefferson, sitting up in the booth of World Athletics President Sebastian Coe.
Second athlete from Great Britain is the 23-year-old Amy Hunt, their national champion in the 100 meters.
The evergreen Marie-Josée Talleu-Smith will occupy lane 4. She's got silver, she's got bronze from this event, but she hasn't won a medal since 2019.
There are 4 Americans in this women's 200-meter final. Brittany Brown has tasted the podium at the World Championships. Silver in 2019 behind Asher-Smith. Bronze in Paris last year. And Mackenzie Long, because Brown won the Diamond League and Gabby Thomas pulled out due to injury, she got advanced as the 4th member of Team USA, and she also makes the final.
Yeah, she's one of just a few women to run under 22 seconds. Here's the Bahamas' Antonique Strawn. You see that left leg wrapped. She was in some real discomfort after the semifinal, but she clearly has decided to give it a go. That is a tough lane to run all that turn with your leg bandaged in lane 1 as we get back now to the 100-meter world champion, fully focused on the task at hand, but the 2-time defending champ will be to her outside in lane 7, Shericka Jackson. False start appears to be Antonique Strawn. Is this a case of her just taking herself out of this final because she knows that she can't finish it? Yeah, you see the reaction time in lane 1. Yeah, that looks very intentional. I think that Antonique Strawn is trying to take herself out of this race.
And you hear the announcement by the official. False start in lane 1. She comes over to have a brief conversation here. This is her 7th outdoor world championship, but she will get a chance to review the data. And the numbers in this case don't lie, as she is out. It's the women's 200-meter final from Tokyo, Japan. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden.
Melissa Jefferson, Shericka Jackson has run in her, and Shericka Jackson.
Jefferson-Wooden in the lead. Between her and the rest is realized.
Personal best, the fastest time in the world this year for Melissa Jefferson-Wooden. And Amy Hunt pulls a big upset and relegates the defending world champ Jackson to third as she picks up a medal for Great Britain. So with that 21-68, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden now goes into the top 8 of all time. And I told you after the 100, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden is here to stay. She reminds us of that with this.
On your marks. But
100 meters, the final track event of the evening. And there's one good reason why they've left it to last, because in lane 5 is one of the great Polish heroines, Ewa Swoboda, former European indoor champion. Posters everywhere, massive posters of her everywhere across the city of Katowice. She's right in the middle of the 9 athletes as well. They set it up for her. Jenna Prandini, well, she's a great 200-meter runner, has a best of 10.9, the American. Hasn't had a vintage season by her standards. 7th in the London Diamond League before the games, hasn't raced since then. Natasha Morrison of Jamaica, 11-1 this year, but she's a 10.85 athlete. Bas Bitaye of Gambia, she goes in lane 3, semi-finalist in the Olympic Games at 200 meters. Then Tamari Davis, 2nd in Lausanne and 2nd in Monaco just before the game. She's a very consistent racer as the 21-year-old American. Best of 10.8. Yeah, and there is Swoboda. How they love her. Silver medalist at the World Indoors in Glasgow back in March, behind Julian Alfred. And that wasn't a bad person to lose to, seeing as Alfred went on to become Olympic champion. Marie-Josée Talou Smith of the Côte d'Ivoire. I'm sure she races more than anybody on the whole circuit. A prolific racer. 4th in Lausanne, 11.07. Still in good form, the 35-year-old. Daryl Nater of Great Britain. 4th in the Olympic 100, 5th in the 200. So frustrated with those, although she got a silver from the sprint relay. Tia Clayton, 7th in the Olympic Games. The Jamaican silver medalist. Only a youngster, just 20 years old. And Patricia van der Weken of Luxembourg completes the lineup. She's a late addition, I think, because when I travelled here a couple of days ago, I was chatting to a certain Dina Asher-Smith at the airport as we were waiting for our bags. Dina announced yesterday she was pulling out of this meeting. I'm not sure if she's felt a niggle or if she's just not feeling 100%, but Dina flew here to Poland, but is not competing tonight. So the meeting record, well, it's a rather impressive one. I'm not sure we'll see an extra one added in this race. 10.66 by Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price of Jamaica a couple of years ago. But 3 Olympic finalists go here. And all eyes on Swoboda in lane 5. There she is, real powerhouse. She's a tremendously quick starter. Look for her to probably lead at halfway and then maybe to get run down. Can she stay ahead, though, to send everyone home on a high? With Mondo, of course, 2 more attempts at that world record in the vault to come. Well, a really good start from Tamari Davis there, 4th from right. Swoboda's got some running to do here yet. I don't think she's going to win this one. Really good running on the near side, too, from Tia Clayton. Tia Clayton takes it there on the near side, I think. Probably the shortest athlete in the race and the youngest at 20. The Jamaican in lane 8, I think, just nicked that. 10.81. Well, it is super fast. That's the 5th fastest time in the world this year. And for Clayton, it is indeed a new lifetime best by a pretty big chunk. 10.83 she's given, in fact, but it is nonetheless a lifetime best. Swoboda didn't get her usual bullet start from lane 5. Wasn't able to get the blood up for the crowd through the first half at least. But Clayton, well, she's similarly small in stature, but boy, did she hold her form well through the second half and just hung on there because it was really tight, Hannah. I don't think there was a lot in it. Let's have a look at the times. 10.83.
Wagwan, my Jamaican family, and once again welcome back to the Yardie Reacts. If it is for the first time you are checking me out, kindly subscribe, like and share to my YouTube channel. And to my returning subscribers, I'd wanna say thank you very much for the love and support you are always giving on to me. We diving on to these sports and athletic race, whereby our video against the analysis of elite women's 100-meter and 200-meter track and field races is highlighting the rivalry between Jamaica and the American athletes. And whereby we diving on to the key highlights, whereby women's 200-meter final in Tokyo, Japan. The video discusses a competitive race featuring stars like Shericka Jackson and Melissa Jefferson Wooden. Melissa Jefferson Wooden secured the win with a personal best of 21.68 seconds, placing her in the all-time top 8. And onto the women's 100-meter race, Kato Wise from Poland. This segment covers a major track meeting where a young Jamaican sprinter Tia Clayton delivers stunning meeting where young Jamaican sprinter Tia Clayton delivered a stunning performance, clocking a lifetime best of 10.83 seconds to take the victory. And to the athlete profiles and expertise, hereby we just want to emphasize the dedication and skill required for sprinting, and the topics include the importance of the reaction time and explosive start in the 100 meter, whereby we have the technical complexities of the 200 meters, specifically managing the curve and speed endurance, and to the Jamaican dominance throughout the commentary. Our video just wanna praise the consistency and legacy of Jamaican sprinters like Sherika Jackson and Tia Clayton, describing them as powerful ambassadors for their country, and that's definitely very much true. And we dive in on to more explanation in it and what makes the 200-meter race more complex. The 200-meter race is considered more complex than the 100-meter sprint because it requires more than just pure speed. It demands control, strategy, and endurance from the start to finish. Here we have got the key technical challenges in, and it includes the curve, whereby unlike the 100 meter, the 200 meter begins with a bend. Athlete must maintain high speed while staying balanced and coordinated on the curve. Onto the straight. After the curve, athletes entered the final straight, where they must manage their energy to sustain pure speed and demonstrate effective race management. Onto the speed endurance, because the race is no longer, athletes have to carefully calculate their effort to ensure they do not deplete their energy before crossing the finish line. And how does a slow start affect a race? If you want to know more about it, I'm gonna give it on to you. A slow start can significantly hinder an athlete's choices in a sprint, especially in events like the 100 meter, where the total race duration is often only 10 to 11 seconds. Because these races are so brief, there is little to no time to recover from mistakes. An explosive start is crucial because it allows the athlete to reach their top speed as quickly as possible. If an athlete fails to get a strong start out of the blocks, they often cannot compensate for that lost time, which directly impacts their results at the finish line. And again, who are the top Jamaican sprinters mentioned across the video? Our video highlights two prominent Jamaican sprinters who are celebrated for their speed and talent on the track, one of them being Sherika Jackson, identified as a two-time defending champion in the 200 meter. She is recognized for having run more top 10 times in the event than any other athlete in history. The video notes her consistency and dominance in both the 100 meter and 200 meter. Here, Tia Clayton, a 20-year-old rising star. The video praises her performance in the 100 meter, where she achieved a lifetime best of 10.83 seconds. And here I just want to describe her as a talented, magical athlete who represents the future of Jamaica sprinting. Yeah, for we have seen the great deeds Tia Clayton has been doing, and her sister Tina Clayton too. Yeah, so big up to the Clayton twins, yeah, for the great deed that they are doing. And how does 100 meter start differ? The 100 meter race is uniquely defined by its extreme brevity, often lasting only 10 to 11 seconds. Because of this, the start is the most critical phase of the entire race, and to it we dive in on to look at the room, or rather no room for error. Unlike longer events, there is essentially no time to recover from mistakes. A poor start almost guarantees a poor result at the finish line. Explosive reaction success relies on the athlete's reaction time to the starting gun and their ability to produce an explosive movement out of the block. And to the maximum acceleration, the primary goal of the start is to reach top speed as quickly as possible. Athletes must balance intense physical effort with the mental discipline to remain relaxed under pressure to maintain their form. Yeah, one time. And again, why is the 100 meter called the fastest race? The 100 meter is famously known as the fastest race in the world because it is the shortest outdoor sprint event in athletics, requiring athletes to reach their maximum velocity almost instantly. And the reasons include pure acceleration. Unlike longer races, the 100 meter demand explosive power to reach top speed immediately upon leaving this starting block. Extreme brevity, the race is decided in roughly 10 to 11 seconds because the window of time is so small. Athletes have no time to recover from any errors, making every millisecond crucial. High intensity, because it is too short, athletes must remain completely focused and relaxed under extreme pressure to maintain their form while sprinting at their absolute time. And if you might want to know about the 100 meter, let me just wind up by talking about what is the most important part in the 100 meter start. The most important part of the 100 meter sprint start is the explosive reaction to the starting gun, as I told you earlier on, because the race is incredibly short, lasting to 10 to 11 seconds, and the leads have virtually no time to recover from mistakes. So you definitely have got to have the power so as you can boost yourself to the finish line. And to the components, we have the reaction time, being quick to move as soon as the gun fires, explosive power, driving out of the starting block with force, acceleration, reaching maximum top speed as quickly as possible, and relaxation, maintaining focus and staying relaxed under intense pressure to keep proper form. So that leads us to the end of the video, and to each and every performer that contested onto these race, I just want to give them a round of applause and give them up the big ups, mainly because they have done great and we definitely love watching these. So may the Almighty continue granting them strength so we can continue seeing them onto the track fields more and more. So guys, I want to know what you think about this amazing video. Let's come around, share our thoughts throughout the comment section so we can get to interact and know what you think, and mainly because your opinion does matters to us every day. Thank you very much guys for following up the video with me. I was your host, Yadi Reacts. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe, like and share to my YouTube channel. And to my returning subscribers, I'd want to say thank you very much for the love and support you are always giving unto me. Always remember to link me up through my next videos. All I'd want to say is peace out there.